On YouTube, it's Ordinary Guy 95 here. I haven't been feeling the best lately. I have a job. I'm a truck driver, and this account I used to be on, I'm on a Walmart dedicated account. I don't want to say the company, but I used to really like this job. Like, I'd rather, not do anything and, chill all day, but, in terms of, having to do something for money, I used to really like doing this. The work is easy, and, work is easy, basically. It's easy. Couldn't ask for an easier job, but for the past few months, I just haven't been liking it as much, mostly because of the pay. It's so low. Now it's a mixture of just the pay and I just can't stand it anymore. At least these few instances. So let me give you a story. So how it typically works here, you get a load from Walmart, and just to clarify, I don't work for Walmart, but you get a load from Walmart, and you get from the Walmart distribution center. You get a load from Walmart distribution center. The trailer's already loaded. It's already ready. And most of the time, all we do is just take it to the Walmart Sam's Club and just deliver there. You back in. The back end's super easy. Most of the stores are super easy. Some of them are difficult. Most of them are easy. Back in, have hella room back in. And then they unload you. They typically unload you fairly quickly. And depending on the route, it'll typically be, you'll go to the Walmart, Sam's Club, then you'll do a back haul, so like a warehouse or something that takes like a load of water, eggs, whatever it is, and you take it back to the Walmart distribution center. Or you do a load for Walmart, then you go back to the distribution center, and then you pick up another load from Walmart, so you'll do 2 loads to however many stores. So most of the time I'll do the 2 loads, every once in a while I'll do a back haul. The 2 loads a day. So on Friday, it was raining a lot to the point where it was flooding all over the highways when I got to the city, and traffic was whole way backed up. It's already backed up because, out here in the Midwest, it's construction season too, so the construction, which I already was ready for, but also the traffic for all the flooding, cars had to merge even more. Things are all backed up. And I spent an extra hour in traffic, mixed with an extra 30 minutes in traffic, waiting to go through the toll, the Chicago Skyway. They only have a few toll booths open, and everyone's getting off of work because it was around 3-4 p.m. when I was going through the toll booth. So that was an extra 30 minutes. And then on top of that, the first store I went to, all the docks are full. There was another Walmart driver there waiting to get unloaded. So I had to wait for him. Then there was a vendor. I had to let the vendor go. So I waited another hour. So mind you, when I finished that load, it was just 2 stores. Mind you, when I finished that load, I started at 9 a.m. I got back to the distribution center almost at 7 p.m. And they told me they were going to give me another run. But, because of the way the route was set up. But typically when I get another run, I'll have at least 6 hours left, and I wouldn't have wait, and it wouldn't be that far late. Usually I'll get a second run 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'll know ahead of time. When I'm doing my run, there are times even I haven't gotten to the first store on the first run, and I gotten the route for the second one. I didn't get this route till I was on my way back. Almost 6 p.m. on the highways. I had no idea because it's on the tablet. You can't mess with the tablet while you're driving. The vehicle has to be completely at 0 miles an hour stop for you to interact with the tablet. So I didn't know I had one until, almost 7 o'clock. I get back to the distribution center. Boom. I just did 269 miles. The first one, I have a 202-mile one. That's going to screw up the rest of my week when I want to start, because I try to start real early. I'm not going to make it back to DC, which I'm not too, it is what it is, but it's 7 p.m. I'm already mentally drained. I don't want to do it. Mentally to myself, I said, I'm not doing this. I didn't feel like doing it. Not because I'm lazy, I just did almost 300 miles, but, I'll do it again, and all that traffic, I'm fatigued, I'm exhausted, I want to rest. So I went into the office to tell them that, like, can you get someone else to do this, please? Like, I don't want to do this. And they were all butthurt by this. Mind you, I've been on this account for 10 months. I have never once complained about a route. And I wasn't mad that they gave me the route. It's just, I just didn't feel like doing it. I never complained about a route, even routes that totally suck, like going to this one back haul where they take forever to load you. Then you gotta drop it off at this other warehouse before you come back to the distribution center. And mind you, with these back hauls, by the way, everyone hates doing them because you're essentially making less money when you do them, because you make more money if you're running. But with the back hauls, unless it's those drop and hook back hauls, you're just wasting time. It's getting loaded or whatever it is, or getting unloaded, whatever it is. So I didn't want to do this second route, and I was just tired. Sun's going down, all that, and also it's been hot as shit lately. And it's hot right now. I don't know if we can hear the AC. I had it blasting. I turned it down earlier because, so you guys can hear me. But, dog, almost 500 miles, which is nothing in the trucking world. But, I didn't have that much time left. Mind you, if I did that second route, I was even worried about if I could complete that second route on time. Not worried about making it back, but I was worried more about, can I even deliver to both stores? Because, they're kind of far away with the time I had. So I went to the office and asked them, can I not do this? And they're all butthurt, oh, we can't do that. They weren't trying to listen to what I was trying to say. And they're all mad at me, pissy at me. And they told us at this job, captaining your own ship, you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. So I didn't feel comfortable doing it. I was fatigued and tired. And that just rubbed me a different type of way, though, bro. Because, I've already been, just, tired of this shit. Just working. And I look at my paychecks, they're meager. This one week a few weeks ago, I ran 1900 miles. And mind you, again, this is a dedicated account. I'm not a long haul truck driver. Don't go, oh, I did 3,000 miles. It's nothing. Shut up. Dedicated account. We can't really do 3,000 miles in this account. We don't do 500-600 mile runs every day. But I did 1,900 miles. One of those days, that week, I did a load to from here. I went to the Walmarts in Niles and Skokie, which is in the Chicago area. And then I had, now these are the back hauls the one towards Green Bay, Wisconsin. I had to do a back haul from there to Appleton, Wisconsin. And that's far. To show you how far it is, Skokie to Appleton one way is almost 4 hours. And I had to do that back haul. It was a drop in, do the back haul. And it had, typically when you do those back hauls that are that far, you have a window to drop it off the next day. But that back haul had to be delivered the same night. That night. Which I thought was impossible to do. But I made it possible. I did it. Because most people couldn't do it because they're doing construction in Milwaukee. And the traffic's backed up. And, plus it's far. And, even if you do everything, everything goes, anything can happen. Like at a Walmart, maybe the Walmart, they take a while to unload you. Or there's an accident, as there always is in the Chicago area, going to the store, and some car, got hit by a drive-by shooting, or a car flipped over. All sorts of shit that I've seen on the Chicago expressways. Fortunately, that didn't happen. Everything went perfectly fine, and I almost ran out of time on my 11-hour drive clock. I only had about 10 minutes left, and, then I put it in a yard, we had another, almost 40 minutes left, but everything went well, and it was stormy when I was coming back, so I couldn't use cruise control, because coming from Appleton back, here to the DC was almost 4.5 hours. I did that, and then I did that, so that was almost, that day I did almost 600 miles that day, and then 2 other days I did, 2 routes. And then the day I came from home to the distribution to do my run, I did 400 miles that day. So, 900 miles, the whole week plus whatever else. I didn't say it, all of it. I only got $900, and it's not like I go home every day either. So it's like I'm out, I run, never complained at all. The one time, this past day, Friday, I didn't want to do something. They're all butthurt by it, and that made me feel type of way. I'm like, nah, man, I gotta get out of here. I was like, I'm almost at a year. I'll stay till a year. But mind you, like, the past, like, 2 months, like, every time I come to work, like, I'm just not feeling work. And it's not that I don't want to work, it's just I'm not feeling this job anymore. Like, I'm less motivated to work as hard like I used to. Like, I used to be so motivated to just run. I'm less motivated now when I keep seeing my paychecks. I have to work almost 70 hours just to get at least $1,000. That's some bullshit, because I know I can make more. But, I'm trying to stay professional here. And the past 2 days, like, I kind of, been just... I haven't been feeling terrible, but I've just been feeling just more uneasy, because after that thing on Friday with them, just fucked up, man. Like, I do all this work into one time, like, I really don't want it, I'm just not feeling it. Well, all butt hurt by, like, you gotta tell your DTL and all that shit. So, I've been cool these past 2 days, but now I'm more heated again because, when I came back to the DC, I kind of like my seclusion, like where I park. So there's a section like right across where the trucks park. There's car spots, but sometimes when it's full, you have to park there. I came here. I ended my day pretty early today, so I wanted to park there. I like parking there because it's next to the pond, and I don't know, it just feels more therapeutic to be right there where it's more secluded, it's less trucks. I feel comfortable there. And this guy's not even my boss or anything. He just comes up to me. He's like, "Why'd you park there?" And I'm like, "I want to park here. I like park here." It's like, "Well, there's truck spots over there. You're not supposed to park here." And that just set me off again. I'm just like, man, I'm done with this job. Like, I gotta deal with this shit now. Like, I gotta deal with this shit from just random people now because people just hate their lives so much. I don't have to deal with this. I have money saved up. I actually just recently paid off my credit card debt. Like, in full. Just one payment, boop, paid out. $12,000, debt gone. And my expenses are so low, so I was like, you know what? I was gonna quit in like towards the end of September, and I decided, like, nah, that next week when I come in, that's gonna be my last week, and I'm just done, man. Fucking done. Done, man.